1,000 subscribers in 3 years and about 250 videos, including podcasts. Thank you all for sharing this interest of decommissioned missile silos of the U.S. Air Force. Site 12 from the 579th, another superb set of photos from Alex Gould. A couple sites from this squadron had actual airstrips for crew member transport and any kind of support, but as I recall, I don't think this site has an actual airstrip. There's the overview of the entrance road. This appears to be 1,000-footer right off the highway, unlike a couple of the other ones. There's overview shot of the exterior of the launch doors. I assume Alex probably took that, but pretty barren, a lot of overgrowth, and there's the candy cane, what they called it, and funny enough, somebody actually painted that in a candy cane fashion. That's different. There's the original entryway door, probably sealed at one time. Looks like some kind of board or something that somebody obviously busted through. Here's an original light looks like it's on the first landing of the entryway. Entryway had two little sets, and this was the first landing upper. Here's a locking mechanism for blast door number 1, it looks like, after the first right turn. Here's the top of the first landing of the actual stairwell, looking into the upper level of the LCC. Got some utility conduit on the left. There's a blast valve in the actual stairwell. That's at the very top of the first LCC door. There's more of the utility pumping. It looks probably down from sump utility tunnel area. I assume everything went from the LCC into that area. Here's some creative artwork on the bottom landing of the stairwell. Looks like the fire and debris door is still there. That's what's graffitied up. Here's the actual sump and pumping mechanism. This would be probably the second sump, as the one in the entryway had one as well. Here's looking towards the silo. Looks like the cableway silo feed or interfaces on the left, and the final blast door into the actual silo. There's a look back at the fire and debris door. It's pretty neat. That's original. Maybe not seized up. Here's a signage on the utility to silo blast door. You can see a lone zone there. I'm sure it's somewhere. Here's dilapidated guard railing that would go onto level 2 of the cribbing out into the actual silo. That's a long drop. Here's a up close of the actual interface into the silo from the utility tunnel, lower level of the LCC. That's a good shot into the depths. It looks to be a max half full, maybe 1/3 to 1/2 full. This is looking up from the bottom of the stairwell, probably right as you got out of the sump area, starting to go up the stairs. There's another shot from about halfway up, going up towards the upper level of the LCC. This is in the LCC lower level. You got lighting and conduit and everything hung up under the upper level. Original lighting. That's a good overview to see some of the original HVAC that's in great shape. Good wide shot of looking back towards the doorway and the stairwell. This looks like it could be maybe a janitorial closet downstairs towards the center support column. And there's the classic signage on the HVAC ducting, again suspended from the upper level. This is looking towards the office, standing very close to where the launch console was. There would have been a door with a little window on that back area. This is another just wider shot of that. But you can see some of a lot of the original tile was still actually in place, buckled up, I should say. There's a good shot. That's where the actual launch, that's the business end of the deal right here. That's where the launch console was. This is looking back even more towards the, I guess maybe you could say, south end of the LCC, out towards the stairwell. There's a stairwell on the left. Good shot. Center support column on the right. This is looking towards the right side of the lower level. The office will be back there on the left. Again, it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe some type of HVAC lower level or janitorial closet, not quite sure. This is the upper level shot, wide shot of the upper level. A lot of the stick build stuff is still intact. The sheetrock, be the sleeping quarters area, everything. Again, there's a blast valve on the left, some of the original lighting, and it's neat to see the rails still intact going all the way around the gaps of the upper level. That's an original light, shock mounted light. Very cool to see. You don't see them very often. This is where the actual HVAC came into the upper level, and in some of the New York sites, a lot of that equipment is still actually under that ducting where that valve came in to the wall. That's just 120 standard. This looks like it's the galley. There would have been cabinets on that back wall that's all rotted out, and a stove and refrigerator and such. They have a table on the right. It's in bad shape though. This is on the center support column. That's pretty another iconic signage. Escape shaft would have been on the top right of that. There's another good shot where the sleeping quarters would have been, and the HVAC room in the rear of the photo. That's what an empty escape hatch looks like. 20 foot of nothing but a concrete tube. Would have been 4 tons of sand in there. It's pretty crazy. So the hatch was busted off. This is the bathroom head area where the showers were. Obviously everything on the right, so the stalls and everything have been gutted. And this is the first blast door you come to, exiting the stairwell, going up into the second blast slot. Here's the entrapment area. That's where a camera stuck through to see. It's where the little burner paper was, and there'd be a phone in there as well for communications to the launch control. That's an original door of the entrapment area. Some of those are hard to come by. And a good shot of the final paint scheme and everything. Again, thank you all for supporting. Stay tuned. There's greater things to come, and just thanks for everybody subscribing.